Good afternoon, guys. My name is Yudi, and this is second video in Unified Networking Lab video series. In this video, I will show you how to install Unified Networking Lab VM machine on VMware Workstation 11. But before we start, let me explain a couple of things and show how to tune the workstation. So you have two options. If the static IP address of your NIC adapter of your real machine never changes, or if you are using laptops and using the same laptop at work and at home, your IP address changes. Outside NIC interface IP address can be changed to internet reachability and so on. So in my case, it is desktop PC and never change IP address. That's why I'm using for my UNL. Change settings. I'm use VMnet 0, which is bridged together with my desktop adapter, and IP address never changes. It is 172.25.1.0/24. For laptop users, I recommend to use NAT adapters because when you're using your laptop at work, your IP is one, and you're coming home and want to do something or use your UNL, the IP address can change on your outside interface, and that's why the bridget option is not the best here. NAT adapter is installed inside of your PC and has internal network. In my case, it is 192.168.137.0 and never changes. Yeah, it is the same, will be on your laptops. So if let me show that usually NAT adapter, if you are using default installation is Vmnet 8. Vmnet 8, and you can see that I have IP address on my desktop is 137.1. There is another hidden IP address which is used like in a gateway and the DNS server for NAT adapter, and always it is .2. In my case it is 192.168.137.2. Just remember this, because if we are using the static IP, which is good for UNL, and I recommend to do this, of course you can use some DHCP address from your NAT adapter, but to be sure and the best option is to use static IP. So let's start now. So the first thing what you need to download Unified Networking Lab. So let's go to download and Google try mirror download. I already downloaded this image, our image, and let's start in VMware now. I'm using the Open Virtual Machine and Unified Networking Lab. Import, accept. So machine is imported. Now, before you start first time, it is very, very important to tune and edit virtual machine settings. Let me show you. Memory. Give much as you can. In my case, I have 32 gigabits installed in my desktop PC, and I'm giving 16, but as you can see, I can give you up to 28 gigs. Yes, I'm giving the 16 gigs for RAM of this machine. CPU. Usually desktop PC and laptops can support up to 8 cores, and that means I can assign 8. In the server versions, in later videos, I will show you how to install Unified Networking Lab and ESXi, and you can use up, let's say 24 CPU, 64, it's up to you, it's on what server do you have. And now look at this. This is the most important thing here. You have to check virtualize Intel VTX. It is absolutely mandatory and necessary for this VM. You can see that network is adapter after deployment of this machine is automatically assigned NAT, but about network adapters we will speak later, and I will show you how to add additional network adapters and use them for cloud. Let's go. So My machine, yeah, it's in my desktop machine. So just for a comparison, I can show you that you can change if you are using some desktop machine, and there you can assign the custom. And at this point, if your VMNet is binded and you wish to bind with your home network and it is desktop PC, you can use VMNet 0, which is binded with my desktop network adapter, but we are using a NAT adapter here. So machine is ready to start. Let's go. You can see that some IP address is assigned from my network adapter, but it is not done. So this is, let's say this is not a real IP address, and we have to go into wizard and assign a static IP address, which is good, and it is the best for UNL usage. Let me do this. The default login is root. You can see in the first line, Unified Networking Lab default is root and password is UNL. Let me do this. UNL. Cool. Now you can see the first wizard jump it screen and type a root password. In this case, in this moment, you can change the root password and use your own. But I will use the default one. It is UNL. You can I am typing, but you can't see this. Yes, but it works. So UNL. All right. I do not change the host names and the domain names in my machine because it is binded together with some licensing for some image usage. That's I'm going to use default. UNL, enter example. I do not change the DNS name as well. So, and in this point, I would like to assign my static IP address, and I'm recommending to do. So I'm using the arrow, drop down, and space to mark static. Let's do OK. So my NAT adapter network was 192.168.137. Dot. I will give the 50 for this machine. Mask 255.255. Dot 0. 192.168.137.2, as I told you, that the default gateway and DNS for NAT adapter is 2. Do not mess it with your desktop PC, which is 1. Desktop PC is host, but VMNet adapter acting like router. So DNS 192.168.137.2 as well. And the second we can assign some Google DNS. So I'm not going to enter any NTP, but you can do this and you can leave it. It's because the clock will be assigned from your real machine. So it is a direct connection. UNL starting to boot first time. So VM machine is booted and you can see that I have assigned IP address 137.50, which is good and what we did before. For upgrade, the next step will be update and upgrade machine of newest versions which are assigned in an UNL web, and I will show you how to do this. For better use, I recommend to SSH to this IP address because in a VMware screen in this console we cannot copy some commands what we need. So I'm going to open my CRT and already it's do I have, yeah, it's already assigned. Yeah, it's and let's go jump in. It is an SSH. Okay, options. So it is an SSH going to an IP address of my UNL machine, and username is root. So let's go reconnect, accept and save. So I'm in. Now, very important step is to update and upgrade your UNL machine. So let's do it. First thing, try ping some official google.com. If success, it is success, we can start an update process. The update process using names, that means the DNS should work properly. So let's do. Get update. This will update your Linux inside of UNL machine with the newest repository and packages. Update is done, and the next step is upgrade your UNL to newest version from unetlab.com. Okay, let's do apt.get upgrade unetlab. Remember this, because your updates is once we release the new update, we will show it on our website, and you will use in a further usage apt-get upgrade. These two commands you have to do if you wish to upgrade your UNL machines to newest versions. Just remember about this. The first was apt-get update, right? And the second command is apt-get upgrade unetlab. This is an upgrading your unetlab to newest version. Let's do. In this point, I saying yes, I want to upgrade. I will pause here. It's because it's downloading the packages now. When update is asking yes or no, just hit enter. I'm leaving default. So update is done, and how to verify which version I'm running. Let's do command dpkg -l unetlab. You can see that I just upgraded my unetlab machine to version 36, which is last one, official release from our website. Done. The first things are done here. So the next step of UNL machine tuning is to assign how many clouds you wish to use for your Unified Networking Lab VM. Let's stop it and assign more network interfaces. Edit virtual machine. So before I start, I will show you that I'm adding. So I'm assigned it's 11, 12, 13, and I would like to assign for this UNL machine, let's say 5 clouds. 5 clouds can be used to connect external machines, and so 3 network adapters is assigned, and look at the settings, yeah, and change settings. So the custom, yeah, it says just the host only. It is not connected to my real PC. It's just a network adapter, which will be used internally in the VMware machine to connecting Unified Networking Lab cloud to some external machines, which can be some hosts it's installed, like in my case I have Microsoft machines. I'm running some servers which will be connected to later to UNL labs. Okay. So I'm going to now to create 2 more interfaces. So I have 11, add network, and I wish to do 14. And 15. Cool, let's tune. We need to connect host to my PC as well. We need no need to any DHCP here. Apply. Cool. So let's go to edit virtual machine settings and let's do adding network adapters. So I'm going to add 5 network adapters which can be used as a clouds later to connect, as I told you, to connect external machines and something else. Okay, next, custom, and I'm specifying that it will be 11. Next adapter, network, custom, 12. Be sure that is checked, connected, and power on. And the last one will be 15. So done. The first cloud is by default and it is used for web face, but these 5 clouds which are added here can be used later for external machines, like in a security lab, in a ACS to connect Active Directory servers or something like this. Okay, let's do. So I just added these adapters to Unified Networking Lab VM, but we are still not assigned it inside of machine. Let's start machine and I will show you what we have to do there. On the bottom you can see that I have the 6 network adapters now for UNL machine, all is green. So, and jump to console again. Now we have to assign and do some necessary things, yeah, to assign and force these network adapters working on the Unified Networking Lab. For that, we are going to, let's jump to networking, clouds. Using the cloud devices, perfect. Andrea has written some instructions and how do we get, and the first thing we have to install Nano. Nano is editor of the text files or some system files inside of UNL. Let's do it. Done. Perfect. Now, next step, look at this. We have to, using Nano, to edit this file. I'm just using the copy and paste and Nano push. Now you can see that we have assigned only one interface here, which is web face. By default, in any of UNL machine, by default is only one interface installed. I'm hitting enter, and now we assigned 5 network, 5 cloud devices, and you can copy right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can add up to 9 clouds. So I'm going to copy and paste. Cool, that's good. Now on the keyboard, Control plus O, enter, Control X, done. If you are going inside again, you can see that we assigned the cloud devices, and cloud devices will be for your external machine usage. Control X is exit. Let's reboot VM machine, and the first installation of UNL machine, and it is prepared to load iOS and tune some other settings. I will show you in the next videos. So this machine is ready to load iOS and start to work. So let me power off. It's okay, we can restart the guest. Machine rebooting, and jump in into 192.168.137.50. Here we are, and look at this. The version is 36, which is official. It is showing the CPU usage, of memory usage in percents, and some disk usage. Disk we will expand later. I will show you an exceptional video how to expand disks. Yeah, and I will show you that if you're going to add new lab, for example, test. Yeah, so there is no images loaded on it. There are no images, but in the networks I can show you how you can see your clouds. If you're going here, the PNet 0 is your first internet, first interface, which is web face, but the 5 clouds more. These clouds we added by console, what I shown you in a couple of minutes ago. So the VM machine is ready for loading images. Thank you for viewing.